Okay, guys, so today we'll be working on the last part in this lesson, which is the skills part. I guess last time we already made this recap regarding the content of the selection. So we spoke about villages in Lebanon, how they lack plenty of services, and how many of them, actually, most of them, don't have hospitals or universities or any type of service. That's why these villages depend on what exactly to as a source of income. Based on this selection, they told us that they depend on tourism and on certain initiatives that some NGOs like the René Mawad Foundation are trying to create, like they create events, hiking trails, in order to attract tourists to those areas. They try to invest in the culture found in those villages, in the historical sites, in homemade crafts, handmade crafts, and homemade food, and so on. So last time in class, we worked on these, excuse me, we worked on the questions, right? And we reached question 4. Did we write the answer for question 4? Please remind me. Hello. Did we write the answer for number 4, or did we just discuss it? Lean, I couldn't hear anything. Anyways, guys, it's okay. So as mentioned in paragraphs 4 and 5, what economic and environmental contributions do the new attractions have? So here we're talking about economic and environmental contributions. We've just, I guess, answered the question right now when we spoke about villages and what do they add on the economic level. We said now that those villages, they provide, maybe environmentally, they provide what we call virgin nature, nature that should be protected, safeguarded, invested in on the touristic level. And regarding the economic contributions, such events like the Baladi exhibition and so on, how do they help the village on the economic level? Like if a person is a villager and he participates in an exhibition like this, he will have the chance maybe to sell his products. Some new job opportunities might open. So basically, guys, let me admit your friends. Okay. Good morning, Ahmed and Muhammad. Okay, so such events or such exhibitions, they have a lot of benefits on the economic level. They provide job opportunities to those people and a way to help them manage their produce, to sell their produce. And the environmental contributions are that we are shedding lights on environmental areas that have to be protected and safeguarded and appreciated. We go to question 5. Pick out from paragraphs 9 and 10 a piece of evidence which shows that the project is not implemented in the Shuf area, is not only implemented in the Shuf area. Let's go to paragraphs 9 and 10 here. What do we see in paragraph 9 and 10 when we speak about the René Mawad Foundation? The René Mawad Foundation is not located in Shuf. Where is René Mawad from? Does anybody know? He's an ex-Lebanese president. Zgharta, guys, Zgharta. So simply, this initiative did not start in Shuf, but it's covering many Lebanese areas. This, the René Mawad Foundation is covering projects or sponsoring projects across Lebanon. Okay, and they said in paragraph 9, the René Mawad Foundation is implementing this type of initiative in 12 districts in Lebanon. So is it only in Shuf? Not really. I don't know, guys, how, anyways. But if you remain silent, it gets really, really boring, like really boring. So it would be good if you give us your input, your opinions, your answers. It would be, anyways. Question 6. Based on your understanding of the text, how much do you agree with what the writer mentions in paragraph 10, from the fusion till the future? Let's see what he said in paragraph 10. The fusion of cultural and natural attractions in the villages will hopefully be a major incentive for tourists to visit in the future. Like villages in Lebanon, they fuse or they blend cultural and natural attractions. And this will be a reason to attract tourists in the future. Do you guys agree to this? Logically, when you plan on visiting a village, are you only interested in the natural scenery and the trees and the forests and the plains? No, you are also interested in visiting maybe historical places, traditional areas, cultural areas, churches, mosques. There are a lot. It's like a combination of cultural aspects that attract you to villages. So it's not only the natural attractions that matter. So in a way or another, tourists are also interested in visiting cultural sites, not only natural attractions. It's a blend of everything. Question 7. What inference can you make from the last sentence in paragraph 11? Things will run until snowball. Things will run until snowball. Good morning, Jihad. Paragraph 11. Yeah, they said here, Nizar Hani, which is the current Minister of Environment in Lebanon, he says, we're trying to allow our visitors to stay longer in the region, in the Shuf region, and enjoy the hidden attractions of rural life. Things will run like a snowball. What is the snowball effect? Does anybody know? What do we mean by a snowball? Yes, Jihad. Yes, Jihad. Is this a high or a raised hand?
لا لا okay. The snowball effect means that uh, يعني in Arabic it means like تراكم. So
Accumulations.
accumulation, exactly. So as long as it's moving, it's accumulating a lot of يعني it's getting bigger.
Yeah, but how can we connect this idea to what the minister said, to what Nizar Hani said here? If we, on the touristic level, in rural areas, especially in Shuf and in other areas in Lebanon, tourists visit those rural areas. If they enjoy the experience, wouldn't they also be telling their friends about it and attract
Yes, of
more to?
course. They're
Exactly.
gonna attract more tourists
Perfect.
to
So
the
this is
area.
what we call the snowball effect. So more tourists bring more tourists. So this helps the area end up as a touristic attraction due to this snowball effect. Okay, guys, let me um 1 second, please. Okay, I'm just checking the attendance. So we proceed to question number 8. After reading the text, do you agree with what is mentioned in the title of the text that village life is a real attraction, justify with evidence from the text. Definitely, guys, these questions are like opinion questions, but they have to be logical. Like, you cannot tell me, no, the text doesn't show that village life is a real attraction. Here, it's not really an opinion to be accepted because the whole text was trying to show you that, yes, village life and villages could be touristic attractions due to multiple reasons. Okay, so even when the question asks you to whether you agree or disagree, let your answer be based on what's there in the text. Okay, so don't give me far-fetched answers. Based on what we've read in this selection, how can we say that yes, village life is a real attraction? What was the text mainly focusing on? What is actually fascinating about rural areas in Lebanon? Yes, yes, Jihad.
The nature, the scenery, the cultural background of the people, the traditional buildings,
Very good.
these are all real, meaning that they are, uh, يعني, the text is highlighting the real essence of rural life
Very
and
good.
rural villages.
Very good. So, is it only that rural areas are appealing to the eye when it comes to natural scenery and landscapes, or is there more about them?
Of course, there's more about them.
Uh-huh. So, the text was highlighting the beauty of nature and also the cultural aspects that a tourist can enjoy in villages. Good, good, good. Let's go now to the skills section, your favorite. How are paragraphs 2 and 3 thematically related to paragraph 1? Thematically related. So here we're not asking about cohesive links. I'm not asking you about cohesive links. Pay attention. Thematic relation. So you need to tell me in what way is the content, the ideas found in paragraphs 2 and 3, how are they connected to the ideas found in paragraph 1? Let's go back to the text. Okay. Skim quickly through paragraphs 2 and 3. They're talking about the Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center and how it was established or founded in Baruch, his birthplace, and how the center is inspired by the beautiful surroundings of Shuf. Paragraph 3 is talking about a hiking trail. It's called the Baruch Freidis Patriotic Trail, which is a 20-kilometer hike. People walk through the Shuf Biosphere Reserve and they pass through a lot of attractions, religious sites, blah, blah, blah. These ideas in paragraphs 2 and 3, let's see in what way are they connected to what has been previously mentioned in paragraph 1. Paragraph 1 is talking about the Baruch region, how it's important to the how its importance to this program, how development is being elevated in the Baruch area, and how it's becoming an attraction to tourists. And they spoke about the Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center and the hiking trail as well. Aren't these ideas later on developed in paragraphs 3 and 4? Of course, guys.
Can you please repeat? ما كتير سمعت.
Okay.
هلا.
They want us to explain the thematic relation between
لا.
paragraphs 3 and 4
About
and paragraph 1.
paragraph.
Sorry?
Only paragraph 1.
No, because right now we skimmed through paragraphs 3 and 4. In paragraphs 3 and 4, look, Jihad. Paragraphs 3 and 4 or 2 and 3, please.
لا 2
2
and
and
3
3.
we
Yeah, 2
3
and 3. In
once
paragraph
you
2, yeah. In paragraph 2, they spoke about the Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center, how it's inspired by the beauty of Shuf, how it's located in Baruch, his birthplace, and so on. And paragraph 3 is explaining what the hiking trail is about. It's a 20-kilometer hike. People walk through the forest, they see natural scenery, cultural sites, religious sites, blah, blah. If we want to connect those two paragraphs to what has already been mentioned in paragraph 1, what could the thematic relationship be? Especially that in paragraph 1, they mentioned that we're talking about village life in Shuf, in Baruch. They focused on the Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center. They focused on the hiking trail as well. So what could the thematic relation be?
can it be problem solution
Is there
or
any problem here?
مش لا لا يعني they gave us examples in 2 and 3
Didn't they state something in paragraph
because
1? Let me check.
they already stated Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center
Exactly.
and this patriotic trail.
Wait. Lean, it's statement and support. Very good. It's statement and support. They
In the
stated,
exemplification,
sorry?
in the form of exemplification.
No, 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 not really. They didn't give examples. They mentioned the Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center in paragraph 1. They mentioned the Baruch Freidi's patriotic trail. And then in paragraphs 2 and 3, paragraph 2 explained about the cultural center. Paragraph 3 explained about the trail. So
Mm,
it's statement and support. They stated those ideas in paragraph 1. They elaborated on them in paragraphs 2 and 3 by
okay,
supporting. Did you understand the idea?
yes.
Perfect. So this type of thematic relation is called a statement and support. You mention an idea and you support it. Okay, we proceed to question number 2 in the skills part. Okay. It says identify the mood that dominates paragraphs 7, 8, 9. This is not difficult, but usually it's easier when they ask you to detect the mood in one paragraph. But obviously here, it's the same mood dominating 3 paragraphs. Let's see what this mood is. 7, 8, and 9. Look. Okay. Paragraph 7 is talking about how the villagers are happy that the festival is happening. I hope that many people from many countries come in peace here. He was optimistic that the festival would be good for business, and he was like anticipating that this festival will be repeated next year. Paragraph 8, another villager was selling rose water infused gifts. He was also happy about the occasion. It's a beautiful event. The festival is a part of sustaining tourism in Baruch. Blah, blah, blah. Paragraph 8, the René Mawad, the coordinator, foundation director, program director, Natasha Marshalian. It was a beautiful event. The festival is a part of promoting sustainable tourism. What is the answer here to question 2, guys? Sorry. What could the mood that dominates the 3 paragraphs be? Excitement, optimism, you told me. Yes, of course, you can say that the people were excited, optimistic, happy. Of course, you say, is that of because because simply you need to use a noun to express the mood. So it's a mood of happiness, a mood of excitement, a mood of optimism, a mood of fascination. You know, when you are
Ab-
fascinated with
ab-
something. Sorry. Okay, so when you say it's a mood of fascination, it means you are like deeply interested in what's happening. And obviously the villagers were very interested in the event that was taking place, especially that they found in it a chance to revive their village. Okay? Of course, guys, it's not enough to tell me it's a mood of happiness, it's a mood of optimism. You need to justify. Okay? So you need to tell me that the participants in this exhibition were happy, expressing feelings of happiness, of charm. Um, we can also quote them by saying, for example, Kamal Dargham said, I'm very happy. In paragraph 8, Allison said, it's a very good event. It's something new for the village. You can also quote Natasha Marshalian in paragraph 9. It was a beautiful event. So you start picking up evidence from the text to support the mood that you've chosen. All right? Question 3, identify the pattern of each of the following sentences. This type of question is very common when it comes to exam questions, okay? So let's go to sentence 1, paragraph 3, and see what its pattern is. Sentence 1, paragraph 3. Sentence 1, paragraph 3. Okay. It says, the Baruch Freddy's Patriotic Trail is a 20-kilometer hike that begins at the Shuf Biosphere Reserve and wends its way back to the Baruch Cedar Forest. What is the pattern here? Please, guys, are you really thinking of the answer? The Baruch Patriotic Trail is. Isn't this a definition? Okay, so it's a definition. The pattern here is a definition. Okay, Lean, we're working on exercise 3 in the skills. They gave us sentences. They want us to find the pattern of organization in this sentence. The first sentence we need to check out is this one. The patriotic trail is a 20-kilometer hike that begins at the Shuf Biosphere Reserve and wends its way back to the Baruch Cedar Forest. They want us to decide or to identify the pattern of organization in this sentence, the sentence pattern. Yeah. So this sentence obviously is a definition. They are defining what is the patriotic trail here. It is a 20-kilometer hike. Okay? So question number 3, sorry, here. Okay, the pattern is a definition for the first sentence. Thank you for encouraging me. Yeah, we go to sentence number 2, paragraph 4. It saw till occasion. Sentence 2, paragraph 4. Yeah. It says, oh my God, PDFs keep shuffling. It saw various speeches by attending officials and guests. Samir Nakhli, poet and relative of Rashid Nakhli, recited a poem in honor of the occasion. Focus on this one, please. They said that the event in Baruch, it saw various speeches, it included various speeches by attendants, people who attended the event. Samir Nakhli, poet and relative of Rashid Nakhli, recited a poem in honor of the occasion. What is the pattern here? They said the event included many speeches. And then they said, Samir Nakhli did this. What is this considered, guys? Isn't this an example that it's true that the event included many speeches.
Yes,
For
أكيد
example, sorry?
أكيد.
Sure. So here the pattern is exemplification because the event included various speeches. One of them was that of Samir Nakhli. So exemplification. We go to sentence number 2, paragraph 5. Okay. They said here, he said, further steps must be taken to safeguard the environment, which could then be turned into job and business opportunities. What is the pattern here? Further steps must be taken to safeguard the environment. Why should they be taken? Because later on, they could be turned into job opportunities. What pattern is this? When you say serious steps must be taken to protect the environment, like we should protect our environment. Why should we protect our environment? Because if we do so, we will be providing job opportunities to people later on. So here the pattern is a cause and effect pattern, guys. Oh, okay. We go to the last one here. Sentence 3, paragraph 6. From families till products. Paragraph 6. Okay. Families from the villages sold locally made produce such as sweets and treats, honey, and herb-infused products. What is this pattern? They sold produce such as exemplification.
Amplification.
Because we're giving examples of products that were being sold in that market. Okay. As for now, how are the following pairs of sentences linked together? This is a very easy question. We need to find me the transitional word that links the two sentences to each other. Let me see. Listing, lean, it works as listing, yes. Yes, it works as listing. But because they said such as, I prefer that you say exemplification. Okay? Because they didn't tell us that in the market we found honey, comma, tea, comma, sweets. They didn't use it like that. They said such as, so exemplification is the better answer. Okay? Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, guys. A final question for today regarding number 4. Let's go to sentences 3 and 4 in paragraph 1 and see how are they connected. Paragraph 1. Okay. Sentences 2 and 3. So the Baruch region is one of importance to this program. What? Sentence 2? No, there is something wrong here.
3 and 4.
3 and 4? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I'm searching for sentence 2. I was like, no way. Sentence 3. So it's recently the village of Baruch has seen 2 developments that it is hoped will elevate the area's infrastructure and attractions to tourists. The first is the opening of blah blah blah. Even still, guys, the count is wrong. Sentence 1 ends here. Sentence 2 ends here. Sentence 3. Oh, okay. No, it's true. This is sentence 3. The first is the opening of the Rashid Nakhli Cultural Center, and the second is the restoration and establishment of the Baruch Freidi's Patriotic Trail. Both initiatives are part of a wider program. So which word connected the two sentences together? It's both. Both. I only want a word that connects the two sentences together because here we're talking about two touristic attractions, and here we said both. So both is the transitional word. Sentences 1 and 2 in paragraph 3. How are they linked? فكرة, this type of question is related to cohesive links. Okay? يعني if you go back to the question, شباب, here. How are the following pairs of sentences linked? Here I'm talking about cohesive links. So when we said that in paragraph 1, we have the word both, this is a direct link. Okay? Connecting the two sentences together. It's a direct link. Let's go now to sentence 1 and 2 in paragraph 3. Look, in paragraph 3, the Baruch Freidi's Patriotic Trail is a 20-kilometer hike that begins at the Shuf Biosphere Reserves and wins its way back to the Baruch Cedar Forest. The trail passes through various attractions, blah, blah, blah. Which trail?
The Patriotic Trail.
تمام. So here we are repeating the word trail to show that both sentences are talking about the same thing. So this one is an indirect link by means of repetition. Understood? Remember, guys, the cohesive links? We have direct links and indirect links. So here, this is an indirect link by means of repetition. Okay, perfect. We go to the third one, sentence 1 and 2 in paragraph 5. Let's go to paragraph 5, sentence 1 and 2. Tourism Minister Michel Pharaon praised the leaders of the project in a speech and said it was commendable that they had chosen to protect the environment when others had looked to destroy it. He said further steps must be taken. Who is he? Who is he? It's the minister, Michel Pharaon. So again, it's an indirect link by means of pronouns. So they use the pronoun he to show us that the two sentences are talking about the same person. But instead of repeating his name, we use the pronoun he. So it's an indirect link by means of the pronoun he. Okay. Final question for today. Sentence 1 and 2 in paragraph 6. Let me see. Lean. Do we say if direct or indirect? Not really. They didn't ask us to mention if the cohesive link is direct or indirect. They just want to know the link. Okay? So you just tell me in the first one, the link is the word both. In the second one, it's repetition of the word trail. The third one, it's the pronoun he. And right now, sentences 1 and 2 in paragraph 6. Sentence 1 in paragraph 6, it says, the festival was accompanied by village products display of handicrafts and food market in Baruch, which was supported by the US-funded Baladi project. This occasion was intended to provide business training, blah, blah, blah. Which occasion? The food market in Baruch. Yeah, but what is the link here? Which word shows me the link? No, not synonym. Because they are using the pronoun this. This refers to what? In this occasion refers to what? To something previously mentioned in paragraph 1, which is the food market. So the word this is the indirect link here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me see. Okay, Jihad, perfect. It is the festival. It is the food market, actually. So when we say this, it's a word that is a pronoun referring to the food market. So it's an indirect link. All right, guys, I'll stop here. We are left only with a couple of questions regarding the skills. We still need to answer questions 5 and 6. And definitely, I'm not going to do part C because it's pointless. We're going to do the table and the remaining vocab and extracts. So next time, we still need to finish the skills part regarding this lesson. And after that, we'll start a new unit, hopefully. Stay safe and thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.